Raptors fans, this is Raptors Today coming to you from downtown Toronto, Ontario. Akil Augustine, Warren Ward, the principal, Paul Jones, and your Toronto Raptors. What can you say? 112 to 105. We were joking before the show started, right? That's why the laughter breaks out, because we talk about it.
Is that the portion that we sell like on pay-per-view, like for an extra few dollars in our pocket?
Okay, so you got to add and subscribe. But if you were going to look at the list of the 3 games the Raptors just had, right? We talked about that Brooklyn game. We talked about Cleveland. You talk about Phoenix, and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to count the Raps out against Phoenix. Nothing against the Raptors, but this Phoenix team has won 7 games. They're shooting the second best percentage from 3, and the Raptors
get in at 4 a.m.
The Raptors come in off of a flight delay from New York, get in at 4 a.m., so a little rest, and they make the Suns look, I'll say it, pedestrian, Jonesy.
It's Jack Armstrong had a great line on Raptors Tonight. We were talking about it yesterday. He said he invoked the old Dwayne Casey. I'm looking for a word. The Dwayne Casey line about you told on yourself.
Okay.
You've said, I can do this. You've shown that you can do certain things. So now to accept anything less is, it's foolish.
Well, that's what's baffling about this Raptors team.
Well, and that's just it. As you said, look at how they played against Phoenix. And you would think against Cleveland with, some time off.
Yep.
Being in the arena the night before to scout Cleveland when they played the Lakers, just all of that, that would have been the most likely win, right?
Yeah.
And then, Phoenix on the second night of the back-to-back. I just think this team is coming together, and people say they need to be more consistent. Okay, so what's consistency? To me, it's doing the right things the right way at the right time every time.
That has not been the case.
And that has not been the case. They did the right things at the right time every time against Phoenix. They only had 10 turnovers. This is a team that's notorious for turning the ball over. They didn't turn it over. Contested shots, they didn't foul. Offensive execution was really, really good. The cutting, the rebounding, all of those things were done at the right time, and they come out with a win, an impressive win, I would say, over a really, really good team, a team that I think is going to be in the championship hunt when it's all said and done.
Warren, as an NBA fan, you had the night off last night. You're at home. You sit down on your couch. You're turning on the TV, and you're
Popcorn?
saying,
"Yeah,
you're saying,
of course, of course."
We got Devin Booker. We got Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
You're about to watch some must-see TV.
Light skin Kobe. That's what I call him.
And then you got OG Anunoby completely wrecking that plan. Talk about what you saw from home.
I mean, I'll be honest. This year, as an analyst, this has been the most frustrating year for me because in these early 20 games, because I really don't know what to say or how to call the game because I'm trying, it's my job to predict the outcome and predict how they're going to play.
The more you know, the more you don't know.
It's like the more I watch them play, it's like I don't know which team is going to show up. And I'm really starting to think the Toronto Raptors are playing down to their competition, meaning if they have a team that doesn't have the same sort of record as them or they're in the bottom half of the league, they're not coming out with the same vigor. And then they play Phoenix, and they look like a team that is ready to contend.
Or Milwaukee.
Because if you don't, you're going to get embarrassed, right?
And it's like, okay, well, then every game they need to be – the coach Darko needs to put, we are going to get embarrassed if we don't play this way. You hold a team. Phoenix was averaging 63 points in the first half. They scored 20 in the first quarter. They finished the first half with 51 points. So they do score 31 in the second quarter, but everything looks more difficult. They're turning the basketball over.
Devin Booker was frustrated before the ankle injury.
0 for 5
was
to start
frustrated.
the game. 0 for 5 to start the game.
Yeah, 1 for 8 in the first half.
It's not, and okay, KD's going to be KD. No one on earth is stopping him from doing whatever he wants.
Warren, it took him 30 shots to get his 30 points.
I know.
Booker and Durant, 42 shots, 38 points.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Amazing defense. And the Raptors got out in transition. They did everything correctly in this game at the right time, as Jonesy said. My frustrating part is okay, can I say this for the next game? Because I'm not only making myself look bad when I'm on air, and I'm like, the Raptors are going to be good this game, and they come out and, I don't want to swear, but,
here's the thing.
They crap the bed.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We think back to the championship year, and even the years before that when DeMar was here and they had those, 50-plus win teams. They had a lot of what I would call professional wins. You're never supposed to win in the NBA, but you have a team that people look at it and say, well, you're going to win that game. They win. They were consistent, right?
They got the gimmies.
Professional wins, right? Professional wins. They go in, take care of business, got the win.
Yeah.
We don't care how it looks. It's done. We got the win.
That
right?
has not been the case so
That
far.
has not been the case. And I think right now it is because they haven't really come together. So when we see stuff like we saw last night or against Milwaukee or on the road in Dallas or a comeback against San Antonio.
Or in Philly. We played Philly here.
You think this is the potential. As going back to the Dwayne Casey line, you told on yourself. You can do this. So let me see it all the time now.
Speaking of potential, Scottie Barnes in that fourth quarter, absolutely amazing. You talk about the 5 rebounds. You could talk about the points. Through the first 7 games of the year, he was on a tear. People thought he was tapering and kind of coming back down to earth. But then you get a fourth quarter like that where you have a guy like Kevin Durant who continually gushes about the skill set and the ability. How impressive was that game, knowing how rough things have been over the last little stretch for him?
Warren, if you want to, I thought it was great. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that your leader does, and it's contagious.
So he's the leader.
Well, he's one of them.
Yeah,
He's
and that's
one
been
of
the
them.
question, right? That's the conversation. That
But
people
you don't
have.
have to have, like, you can have a couple of leaders on a team. It doesn't have to be one.
Yeah.
But if Scottie's going to be the leader, then this is the stuff he has to do. There's that word again, consistently.
That's the C word.
Yep.
That is the C word. I will say this about Scottie Barnes. I believe as a basketball player, there comes a point in time where things stop becoming new. And what I mean by that is you become so comfortable. You've seen everything already. And that's the difference between, for example, someone in college or a first-year pro to a third-year pro.
The Grady Dick situation right now, he's not acclimating
Everything's
himself.
new for Grady.
Yeah.
Everything. The gyms, the arena, the travel schedule, everything's new. For Scottie Barnes, he's quote-unquote used to this now.
Yep.
So now he can just focus on playing the game because he knows he belongs. He's not figuring that out anymore. So this is a result of him understanding mentally, I've seen all this. There isn't a ball screen I haven't seen. There isn't a play that I don't know. I'm comfortable now, and because I'm comfortable, I can be confident.
Okay, well, someone who's confident after that win, of course, Darko Rajakovic, who seems like he's got the guys firing on all cylinders. Let's check in with Coach.
Yes, guys stepped up. Thought Gary gave us good minutes off the bench. Precious, double-double in 18 minutes. This is what we expect from Precious, this kind of energy, this kind of focus. He did a really good job. Bench was great today. Thought that Jalen was good there as well. I did poor job with Chris Boucher minutes. I did not good job in the first half giving him more opportunity there. That's on me. I'm going to own that one. But yes, bench was great today, and but starters as well. They did their job, and they were fighting for the whole game.
You mentioned the character of this team. Like, what did today say about these guys?
This is a group of people that they don't quit. They want to win. They want to represent our team. They want to represent city of Toronto and whole Canada. And those guys, they take a lot of pride in what they do. So every time when we play at home, there is extra energy that those guys feel playing in front of our crowd, and it's really fun to coach this team.